Okay. Oh, I'll turn that down. Okay. For real. Now it's okay.
Now we're here.
Now we're here.
We're here.
Yeah.
Hi, friends.
Hey, everybody. Via Twitch.
That's
We're
right.
just talking to them now.
Yeah.
Now I have to get like 2 intros
That's true.
memorized. So
Yeah, we're not podcasting. Do we want to give a little heads up about what's going to happen in the middle of this episode?
yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, Twitch friends, we pre-recorded an interview with Rachel Cohn, the author of Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, to go with our YA for Adult Book Club.
Yeah.
Since that's pre-recorded, we didn't really think it would be that interesting for people to just sit there and watch us silently as the episode plays over.
Right.
So you can find that on soundcloud.com/allthebooks, and you'll hear the pre-recorded bit that our podcast listeners are going to hear. So if you want to hear that missing chunk, that's where it is.
Don't say chunk.
Don't say chunk?
Don't say missing
Okay.
chunk.
That missing section.
Yeah.
For you,
So chunky.
we're going to pick up the conversation that we had at the fair last week.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Which was not a Twitch episode, actually.
Yeah.
So if you want to find that, again, soundcloud.com/allthebooks. And that has an episode where Eric and I just sat at a fair booth for about an hour.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Rating Ant-Man and then kind of ranking all of the Marvel movies.
Yeah. It was a mess.
So we had a good time doing that.
Yeah.
It took Eric a lot of time editing that. So we figured that today, since you can't watch the Rachel Cohn interview, we'll talk a little bit about some of the Comic-Con trailers and a few other things sticking with that topic. So we're going to intro the Rachel Cohn interview. Then we're going to talk about something totally different.
Yeah.
And then we're going to outro the Rachel Cohn interview as if it has happened.
You're going to see how the
sausage
gets made.
Yeah.
Apologies to everyone who's now included in that sausage we're making.
Yeah, and apologies to all sausage makers
Yeah.
for using your living
all
as
the time.
a punching bag.
Yeah.
It's not nice.
All right, so you ready to start the podcast?
I think so.
For
I
realsy?
think I've got everything good.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Welcome to episode 153 of the All the Book Show.
Has it really been 153 episodes?
Yeah.
Where does the time go?
The time goes where we record it
In real time.
at the David A. Howe Public Library.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, you were introing. Go ahead.
No, it's okay.
All right.
I was just trying to tell people that we talk book news,
Yes,
author
we
news,
sure do.
literary news, and sometimes author interviews.
That's right. Would today be one of those sometimes?
It is if I'm Eric Mickles,
And I'm Nick Gunning.
which means it is.
That's right.
There we go.
So, as our listeners know, we're in the midst of the summer reading program, and the theme this year is Libraries Rock, which is a very 90s theme, I think.
You think so?
I do.
More than 80s?
Tough call. Tough
The
call.
thing is, did Libraries Rock change the world? And is Libraries Rock dead?
I see. Right.
Long live Libraries Rock!
Yes, I get it. Thank you. So it is a music theme. So all of our book clubs have been music theme, including the Y for Adult Book Club, which is Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist by Rachel Cohn and David Levithan. So we reached out to Rachel Cohn. Eric sat down and did a nice interview with her, which you're going to hear a little bit later.
Yeah, I did that interview.
Exciting times. Yes, you
Yeah,
did.
crazy.
Yes, you did. That was your first one-on-one. I've done a couple by myself. That was the first time that I was here. I was present, giving you moral support, giving you a nice back rub while you were talking.
Were you? Yeah, I couldn't remember.
No, I was just walking around listening.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just such a good shoulder rub that I wasn't even aware
You
it was
just were
happening.
Totally, yep.
So,
So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing a little bit later. And right now, boy, is there a lot.
it may be Libraries Rock,
could
but
be.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
All right.
No, it's only Libraries Rock.
So we've done a lot of podcasting because we've done a couple of special
So
interviews
much,
outside of our regular recording time.
I can't hear anything outside of headphones now.
That's
Unless I'm being monitored by my own headphones, I don't
Yeah.
know what I'm saying anymore.
Last Monday, after we recorded the regular episode, we went to the fair and we did a special episode, an off the books episode, where we reviewed Ant-Man. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, Nick reached for his Michael Douglas.
It's a limited edition.
A limited edition
Pop figure.
Michael Douglas from Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Hank Pym without the
Yeah.
helmet.
Yeah.
See, everywhere has the helmet, but you had to go to
Yeah.
Hot Topic to get this one.
He loves those
To
things.
that end, if anyone finds the Michelle Pfeiffer without the helmet,
Uh-huh.
available only at Target,
Yeah.
I want it. So in our special Off the Books episode, we reviewed Ant-Man and the Wasp, and we ranked the other Marvel movies. You can find that at soundcloud.com/.
Yeah, it was a messy conversation, but we got there. And we're
Well,
still friends.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true. There was some tense
Yeah.
moments. The fun thing about it too was that we were at an active fair booth, so we were constantly
Yeah.
stopping and chatting with people, and
Yeah.
taking pictures and stuff, and then we had to go right back into it.
Right.
So it was a lot of editing on Eric's part
Hey, yeah.
this time around.
Well, yeah. That was the first podcast I've listened to from beginning to end in its entirety.
Oh.
And I'm like, man, we still say a lot. So
it's
yeah.
cute. It's a hallmark.
you think
So
you
if
think me
you're-
going,
Maybe.
yeah.
So again, if you're a Twitch
a
viewer
hallmark.
or if you're an Angelica radio station listener, you missed that
Angelica
episode. So
Radio.
go and find
You
it.
gotta
at
go find it on SoundCloud or iTunes.
/all the books.
It does go straight to the iTunes.
Or the iTunes.
Yeah.
That's true. If you subscribe on iTunes, you'll find
Yeah.
it there too. And hey, while you're there,
Reveille?
rate and review.
Yeah. No, I get
I'm
it.
sorry.
Give us a great reveille.
I'm sorry.
It's like it's
You know
French
what?
review.
I've been busy.
Okay.
I've been straight up
All
busy.
right. So when
Eric
I
David
when I
Howe Public
make a
Library.
mess of my sentences, it's
Yeah.
just because I'm a nut.
Yeah.
But when you do, it's because you're just so busy. You're so
Exactly.
overworked.
Thank you for backing me up on
Ah,
that.
darn it.
There it is. I did it. I did the that you were just talking about.
Oh no.
So that's a live
I gotta
action.
edit that now. Yeah,
out, get
it's
rid
great.
of it.
Awesome.
So we're going to be chatting with Rachel Cohn a little bit later. Right now, let's dive into those bookmarks.
The bookmarks.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I will say that my wife listened to our special Off the Books episode, and I got her in a Marvel mood, so we started rewatching the Marvel movies just from the beginning.
Okay.
In something that's going to surprise no one, the original Iron Man holds up.
Yep.
It's very
Doesn't
good.
surprise anybody.
The Incredible Hulk, also a very strong movie.
I like it.
I think it's worth a rewatch.
Hey, you know what?
What?
I like Hulk as
Yeah,
well.
I know you do.
No,
I know you do.
Hulk the movie.
Yeah,
And Incredible. I just
understand.
like the Hulk.
I understand.
So you put him in a movie, and I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think both of those movies are worth a rewatch.
Yeah?
The original Hulk and the Incredible
Wait,
Hulk.
you just want to watch Hulk?
I'll do it.
You want to watch 2003's Hulk with
Yeah,
me?
I will.
All 2.5 hours.
Anytime.
It's 2 hours and 20
Give me a
minutes.
call. I'll be there.
Hulk's in about it for maybe 40.
Yeah, okay. All right. No, but I'll still do it.
Yeah.
Very strong.
Yeah.
I love Ed Norton almost as much as he does, and the movie was very good.
Great. Poor Ed Norton.
And then we watched
Wow.
Iron Man 2, and folks,
That doesn't hold up.
it is a stinker.
Yeah.
It is a stinker.
And you watched it on the anniversary of a Facebook status that
Yes,
you wrote.
Not even on purpose,
Yeah.
but 6 years ago to the day
Yeah.
we watched it, I was like,
Yeah.
it's an okay action movie.
Mm-hmm.
On rewatch again, I'm flip-flopping back to my original view of that movie stinks.
Yeah.
It's very long.
Mm-hmm.
There's some good stuff in it.
Right.
Tony Stark's got some cool dialogue. Anything with Gary Shandling is fun.
Right.
That's pretty much it, though.
All right.
That's not a good movie.
I knew Iron Man 2 was bad about halfway through Iron Man 2 in the theaters. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this isn't good.
Yeah.
And I took crap for saying that.
Yeah.
Like out leaving the theaters, I'm like, oh, that wasn't good. And people were like, how do you do that? You get excited about something and then you give it a bad review.
I remember being like a little heartbroken about
Yeah.
that movie because
Yeah.
the first one is so great.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to be watching all of them, and I will
Yeah.
report our status as we go along.
Yeah. Hey, my mom listens to this podcast.
Oh, hi there, Eric's mom.
Do you want to say anything
She stole my Thor DVD.
Thor related?
She stole my Thor DVD. Eric promised me a Thor DVD when he got the Blu-ray, and I keep being like, hey, we'll bring that Thor DVD, and then he forgets. And then I was like, hey, we're ready to watch Thor, and he was like, I gave it to my mom.
Sorry, man.
It's pretty rude.
You're welcome, Mom.
Pretty rude.
Sorry, Nick.
And inconsiderate. No, I hope she enjoys it.
Yeah.
Lisa, I hope you enjoy Thor.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. All right, so get to your books.
I sure will. Okay, so I've been reading Firestarter. I put that aside because I had to do a few things here. So I read in its entirety Wendy Corsi Staub's Little Girl Lost, and I know what you're thinking. You're thinking,
Oh, is that all you have to say about Firestarter?
No, I'll come back to it.
Oh, okay.
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hey, Nick, I'm a big fan of Wendy Corsi Staub.
Why is everyone talking to you like they're part of the Monkees?
I don't know. I'm a big fan of Wendy Corsi Staub. I love her books. I haven't read this one. I haven't even seen it. As far as I know, it's not even available. Well, you'd be right.
Is that
because this is an advanced preview copy of Little Girl Lost. So this is the first of a proposed trilogy.
Did they say yes?
Who?
The proposed trilogy. Sorry.
Oh, thank you for that.
I'm sorry.
That was worth
I'm sorry,
it.
everybody.
That was worth it.
I thought it was.
So it's a historical. Half of it is set in the 60s. Half of it is set in the 80s. Follows a serial killer, and you're sort of getting it from the survivors of these crimes, and then like the initial investigation and stuff. So it bounces back and forth. It's a pretty intricate plot, and the way things all kind of. You read about something happening in the 60s and then something happens in the 80s and you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
So it's cool the way it all ties together. This is only book 1. Keep an eye out for books 2 and 3. This will be available July 24th. So probably by the time you're listening, July 24th is here and you can read it.
Woo!
And this is going to be the focus of her talk on August 2nd. So she'll be
Nice.
here August 2nd. You can bring any of her books you want and she'll sign them.
Ooh.
We're partnering with a bookstore out of East Aurora called The Bookworm, which I'm a fan of. My wife and I like to go to that store. They're coming down. They're going to have books, several different copies of different of her works for sale. But anyway, I read this. I read it quickly. It's an exciting book. Check it out.
You need to read without rhythm as to not attract the bookworm.
Is that
That's a Dune reference.
A Dune reference?
Technically, it's also a Fat Boy Slim reference.
Oh, okay.
So that song, The Weapons of Choice, where he's like, you can go with this or you
Okay.
can go with that.
Well,
with Christopher Walken?
I wasn't referencing either of those.
All right. Well,
Then I also read another. This was a quick read, and I really liked it. This was based on your recommendation, my friend. I read Exit West by Mohsin Hamid. So this is
yeah, this surprised me.
now this is vaguely. I mean, is this? It feels like sci-fi to me.
Does
Did
it?
you get that vibe?
Yeah, that was the point.
Yeah.
That's how I
Okay.
got into it because when we read descriptions of it, they were talking about how they find doors.
Yeah.
To able to just travel around.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
I guess I missed that, so I picked it up and I didn't really realize
You
that.
forgot. So for
And
the first half, you thought it was just a story about people living in a pretty tough
in a place
situation.
that's, just kind of falling
Okay.
apart, And as it gradually, you start to be like, and then there is a thing where like they go through a doorway.
Right.
And, there's different things that happen. I thought that this wholly succeeded in doing something that the Underground Railroad by Colson Whitehead was setting up.
Look at
to
you
do.
throwing Colson Whitehead back under the bus.
Honestly, I never think that the case is made in the Underground Railroad.
Right.
I don't think that plot contrivance. I don't think it works in the Underground Railroad. I think it works beautifully in Exit West.
Cool.
The story is good. It's very quick. But what struck me most about it was just I thought the writing was beautiful. And I know that sounds a little mushy,
Right.
but you know what I'm talking about? Do you remember?
Yeah, no, I remember the writing got on my last nerve
you
a few
didn't
times.
like
You're right,
it? Oh, okay.
because it was very run-on sentencey.
Yeah.
I think I remember complaining about that on the podcast and
Okay.
like doing descriptions of it, and this is just one sentence. But it is very poetic.
I just thought some of the
It's poetry.
I don't know. Some of the ways he describes situations, a lot of it's the relationship between the two protagonists. The way he describes the I don't want to give anything away, but the ongoing nature of their relationship, the changes in their relationship, the way he relates those things. He just it's hard to explain. He just says a lot in a very simple phrase, and it's just very like rich and deep, and I was all in for this book.
Yeah.
So I recommend this highly. This is Exit West by Mohsin Hamid. I know we have it in the collection here, but you did like it. I remember you.
I did like it.
Yeah.
I liked the first half more than the second half, but
well, sure. That's fair.
I thought that actually it made a lot of sense because I thought the book became a little aimless in the second half.
Oh, okay.
But I
So
thought
didn't
that
feel
was, but I thought it was also kind of pointing out maybe how their lives become aimless once they're not really in control of where they can go and everything. Yeah. You're kind of impatient along with them.
Yeah. Well, yes. I think what you're describing is the first half. The characters are driving the story.
Right.
You're following their journey. Mm-hmm. The second half, they're being dragged along with something else.
Yeah.
And so they cease to be the ones making the action.
They're not the agents of their own fate.
Yes, exactly. I understand what you're saying.
Thank you.
Definitely 2 thumbs up for Exit West.
Ooh.
So I had put Firestarter down for a while.
All right, we're back to
And
Firestarter.
I've come back to Firestarter.
All right.
And as you recall a few weeks ago when I talked about this, I don't know. I just wasn't really feeling it. It's just a little slow, and I'm not loving it. I feel like we've sort of gotten to a point now where it's better. Like it's moving at a better pace. The characters are in a more settled state, so it feels less like prologue-y than maybe the first 100 pages or so. Mm-hmm. So I'm enjoying it a lot more now, and I hope that now that we're in a more meatier section of the story, it'll drive right up. Yeah. Now, I've just come across like a plot trope that I really like. And that's when you have two characters on the run, hiding, and they come across, some old country folks who are just hip to it. Right. You know what I mean? They're like, come on, we'll hide you. Yeah. You don't need to explain.
That's a trope you enjoy?
You. Yes.
Okay. That's why you like X-Men Origins Wolverine.
You were ring X-Men Origins Wolverine. I knew you were going to.
Does somebody put a jacket on Drew Barrymore? It's like, it fits you well.
Actually, somebody does put a jacket on the Charlie character. But you don't like that? You don't like that when that happens?
I mean, you're always dooming the kindly couple to take them in. Yeah. So, happened in Logan. Yeah. So, it's a Wolverine trope at this point. Yeah.
I guess it is. Yeah, but I mean, it's familiar, but I thought it worked. That just happened in Firestarter, and I thought it worked really well. Sure. So I actually really like that. Next, I picked up our which book club is this? This is Patron Picks.
Yeah, it's your book club. Yeah,
I know. So if you're not familiar with the Patron Picks book club, once a month we draw a book title just out of a hat, and whatever it is, that's our book club book. So this month was chosen by Jude Rysick.
Hey, Jude.
And the book is Blue Heaven by CJ Box.
No, I think that's almost Blue Heaven.
That's another song lyric?
Yeah.
Are these all tattoo ideas for you? Different.
West Virginia?
Okay.
Mountie Mama?
Yeah.
You don't know Country Roads?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He says Blue Heaven?
You're just leaving me out to drown in the ocean without a life preserve. Okay.
So. Anyway.
Go on. Talk about Almost Heaven.
It's Blue Heaven.
Yeah.
But
do you think heaven is blue? Off topic.
Probably parts of it.
Okay,
sure. Blue's a very calming color, so it makes sense.
Yeah, greens and blues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blue Heaven by CJ Box.
Yeah.
This is not one of his Joe Pickett books, so that's CJ Box primary series, and that's mostly what his output is in the Joe Pickett series.
Right.
This is about a small town in Idaho where big city cops go to retire. So it's their Blue Heaven.
Oh.
Get it?
What was that cop show that was blue?
Blue Bloods, and it's still going. And Tom Selleck's not happy that you talked about it in past tense.
Tommy Selleck.
And he doesn't like that you called him Tommy. You can call Donnie Wahlberg Donnie, but don't call Tom Selleck Tommy.
All right.
Anyway, it's good so far.
Okay.
Kids witness a murder.
Oh,
and
no.
they're on the lam.
Yeah.
So a kindly old couple. No, not really. This is for the Page Turner Book Club, though, so I hope you can join us for that. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
Do you like that trope? Because Superman is basically that trope.
Yeah, I guess so. The Kents are just
he's like, yeah, we get it. He's an alien,
I don't
man.
know.
We're hip to it.
It's just one of those things where, like, you can't just be like, oh, what an interesting development, because it's so common.
All right.
But I like it. It's a good, like, respite for the characters.
Right.
I also want to mention that I finished the CBS series Superior Donuts. Now, we've talked about this before.
Mm-hmm.
This is based on the play by Tracy Letts, who wrote August Osage County, among other things.
Yes.
And the show, it's a CBS show, so it's one of those ones where, like, it's not super clever jokes like in Arrested Development, the first 3 seasons. And often you can, you kind of see the jokes coming a mile away.
Right.
But I felt like the concepts that they were addressing on a CBS show like that were really worthwhile to explore. And I thought that it was just, I don't know, the characters particularly. So this stars, what is his name? He's from Taxi and Independence Day and
Christopher Lloyd.
No,
Danny DeVito.
Judd Hirsch. All right. Okay. Judd Hirsch plays the proprietor of Superior Donuts, and
Judge Hirsch.
And Jermaine Fowler is the
Bill
actor
Pullman.
who plays Franco, who's the employee that he has.
Okay.
Their relationship is great.
Mm-hmm.
The show just like clicked, and I think it clicked a little too late.
Oh.
But if you haven't watched it, I think it's definitely worth a watch. The first season's available on DVD, and you can find it online and stuff. But we just watched the season 2, which ended up being the series finale. And I just really like the show, and I'm really going to miss it. So I want to give it a shout out.
See you later, Superior
Shout out to
Donuts.
Superior Donuts.
You're going to the Blue Heaven Bakery in the sky.
Yeah. Perfect. Flawless.
Thank you. I thought so too.
Yeah.
All right.
What about you? What have you been reading? Yeah, that's it. Did you want me to talk about
anything else? Kind of a slow week
else?
for you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. No, it's fine.
All right.
I read Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist.
Oh.
The book.
We should maybe talk to Rachel Cohn about that.
Yes, we should.
Talk to her
maybe
later.
I don't know. Maybe if we can arrange something a little later.
Okay.
I shouldn't do the interview.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I do the interview.
Yeah, all right.
I did not like this book.
Whoa.
Yeah. I know. Can I say that?
I mean, I wouldn't.
Oh, okay. Well, then I did. I loved it. Look, it's probably not the book's fault. I have a hard time reading about teenagers, especially when every little thing is the biggest thing in the world.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of over all that.
Yeah.
So I'm sure like a teenager, I'm sure as a teenager, I probably would have liked it.
Yeah.
As an adult now, it's hard for me to pick. I don't think this was a young adult book. You know how a lot of YA is written with also the idea that adults are going to read it.
Yeah.
I don't think Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist was written in that way. I think it was written for teens.
Yeah. I agree.
And to be fair, it came out before the big YA boom and everything. So I think it was being written specifically for teens, and I think it does a good job of that. And I think me not liking it is maybe proof that she did a really good job. They both did, David Levithan and Rachel Cohn. I think it's proof they did a really good job of writing believable teenagers because I was like, oh, teenagers. So I actually think me saying I didn't like it is kind of a compliment.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's not the same as saying it's like a bad book.
Right.
You're saying like for you, it didn't reach you. But
I didn't like Eleanor and Park, and I think that's also, it shows you just how intense the domestic problems were in that book that it just made me uncomfortable and nervous, and I didn't have a good time.
Well, let's focus on the parts of Nick and Nora that you did like.
Okay.
So I think what we both agreed on was the setting, the one night setting, makes for a very like fast, clipped pace, which I think suits the story really well. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. And I think One Night in Bangkok makes a hard man humble. So, I mean, you take that, mix it with teenagers, boom.
Sure you do.
Nick and Nora.
Sure you do.
I like the end. I like the end of the book.
Yeah.
I liked...
I did too. I thought it ended
I liked
perfectly.
Nick and Nora's future being slightly vague, but also kind of concrete. It was nice. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's nice that they didn't I thought it was a very realistic ending.
I liked Nora more than Nick in this book. Not you. This isn't an attack on you.
Okay, I understand.
Relax.
I understand.
So.
Yeah, I would agree.
I thought Nora, but yes, everything in with teenagers, like every little thing is like, what am I doing with my life? I'm like, I don't know, go to bed.
Yeah.
It'll make sense in the morning.
But I think it captures the time it was written in very well for one.
Yes, that's true.
But I also think that someone picking it up, like a teenager picking it up today, I think that it's also aged very well.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean?
Yes.
I think it just it sets out to accomplish a specific thing, like be a certain kind of story, do a certain like targeted demographic, and I think it just totally nails it.
Did you read Gingerbread?
No, I haven't.
That one's on a lot of lists as well.
Yeah,
I think
I
it made
know it
Rolling
well,
Stone's top 40.
It did.
We
Yes,
have
it
that.
did.
We have that in our collection. We
Yes,
have Nick
it
and
did.
Nora's in our collection. So all good.
Quite a few of her books, yeah.
Yeah. What can I talk about that I've finished? Oh, I read Paper Girls Volume 4 by Brian K. Vaughan.
Oh, okay.
Good stuff. I tried to give you a copy, and you were like, "No, I don't have time.
I'm just not ready for it. Yeah, I've got other things.
So I liked it. We've talked about this. It comes out so long from the next volume.
Sporadic.
I spend the first issue of Paper Girls trying to remember what was happening, and then the next 3 enjoying the ride.
Right.
And so it's going to happen again.
Yeah, and I would really like previously on Paper Girls.
Yeah,
and
that'd be
just don't
nice.
do
A
it.
recap.
It's too much.
Yeah. What doesn't work with that sporadic release schedule is American Vampire by Scott Snyder.
Huh.
I really enjoy it, but it will be best to wait, I feel like, at this point for the series to be done, because I read the first like 5 or 6 volumes very back to back, and then I picked up this newest one. It's number 8, I think, and I was just like, yeah, where are we again? I had to wait until a character said like, it's the 60s, man. I'm like, oh right, we're in the 60s now.
Did they say man? Did they say man or daddy-o?
It might have been Pretty Thing. We're in the 60s, Pretty Thing.
Pretty Thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, I made that up.
Yes.
I don't think anybody talked like
Nobody
that in the 60s.
believes. Nobody believed that was real.
It was cool, but I didn't enjoy it so much. I read this Darth Vader comic. It's Star Wars Darth Vader Imperial Machine.
Ooh, too many colons.
Yeah. Well,
too many colons.
Yeah. And you know what? Vader has to get them all checked.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's not a fun trip to the doctor, to the Dr. Ball.
No, you don't.
So this Vader comic, this is the first 6 issues of a new Darth Vader comic book series by a different author than the one who did that Vader series I really enjoyed.
Oh yeah, you love that.
Yeah, that was Karen Gillan.
Yeah.
This is Soul. Someone's soul. I can't remember. I can't remember anyway. I liked it. The first one had a lot more pathos to it. This one's a little bit more actiony, and this one takes place like immediately as soon as Revenge of the Sith ends. This comic starts like him on the operating table.
Oh wow.
And he has to go. Vader has to go and make his new lightsaber, his red lightsaber, and to do so, you just take a crystal and you have to like just imbue it with dark side energy and everything.
So he just has to look super moody at it. Just like,
well, it's actually really depressing.
Oh, great.
You know how I find Vader to be like an incredibly sad character?
I sure do.
This one, it doesn't have too much pathos with Vader in here, but there's a moment where the crystal shows him it's still not too late. He could still go back.
Right.
And you kind of read the story, and it shows him going to Obi-Wan and, like, you know, putting his head down to be, like, executed, and Obi-Wan about to forgive him, and it ends with Vader be like, no! And, like, turning it red and everything. It's like, argh!
Wow.
Yeah, it's tough.
Intense.
Yeah. So
intense.
I
am way behind on graphic novels.
Yeah.
I'm falling behind.
The art in this one is pretty great. This Vader comic.
Okay.
I don't know. It's the comic.
You gonna read Mace Windu?
Oh yeah, I gotta read the Mace Windu comic. But I just finished The Wire season 1.
Oh.
Started The Wire season 2
You
recently.
don't have to pop up like that every time.
Okay,
You
fine.
just
Fine. Yeah.
Okay. The Wire.
The Wire.
Yeah.
I finished The Wire season 1.
Greatest television show ever made.
Maybe it becomes
okay
that way. So
it's not your jam. This kind of show.
No, police procedural.
Yeah.
No, it's not. But I watched the whole first season. It's just it's like a quieter show. It's not big and flashy. It's slightly realistic. It's hard to describe until you like watch an episode to realize it's kind of like subdued in a lot of ways. It's more patient. It's not, and it has, I don't know. It's telling one story over like 12 episodes. Okay. So yeah, I enjoyed it, I guess. I liked it. I don't know how to describe it. I'm not like, woo, I want more Wire. And yet I still finished the first season and am on the second.
Any Wire fans out there, please let us know what it is.
A lot of people started in the Wire. Idris Elba is in the Wire.
Yeah.
A meme that I recognize is in the Wire.
Like a GIF.
Yeah, like a GIF. It's pretty cool. So, all right. And then I guess that was it. Sorry. Right. I'm still reading that Batman book and the Rise and Fall of Dinosaurs.
Yeah, Nightwalker. Night Stalker.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not Nightwalker.
Batman's also a sad character.
Is it Nightwalker?
It's Nightwalker.
Oh.
He's Batman Nightwalker.
Okay.
He's not the Nightwalker. The gangs are the Nightwalkers.
Okay.
They walk at night.
I believe you.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to talk about something else?
Advance notices?
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about new records you just received.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
I totally forgot.
You sure did.
Yeah, in our first record roundup. So
is that what we're calling it?
Yeah.
Ooh, record roundup.
So we actually...
I can't do it. Wait, maybe I can. Yo, partner, welcome to record roundup. Pew, pew, pew.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that high pitch.
Thank you.
We actually went to a couple of record stores over the weekend to look
Who's
for...
we? Because
my
okay,
wife
that's fine.
And my son. He was asleep for a lot of it. But
Sure, yeah.
we were looking for a Goo Goo Dolls album that's
Right.
like specific just for like indie record stores.
Right.
Neither of the places, so we went to Record Archive in Rochester and Bip Bop Records.
And Goo Goo Dolls is considered to be an overrated band.
Ooh.
Just kidding. I like the Goo Goo Dolls.
Making a lot of enemies.
No, I was
today.
just picking one. I was just picking one fight.
All right. Didn't find it.
Were you looking for the new one?
No, it's not. It's not boxes. It's just a specific like indie record store
Okay.
sort of thing. I should check Music Alley right
Boom.
here in Wellsville.
Right here
See
in
if they
Wellsville.
got
Yeah,
it.
maybe they have it.
They might.
Yeah.
Boy, I can't believe I got to do it. You know what? I got to go right now.
All right.
Actually.
All right. Wait, no, say. Can you just?
Yeah.
What
sorry, I'll finish.
what records do you want to add in this record roundup?
Oh well, I got 3. So I got. Are you familiar with Chad and Jeremy?
Am I familiar with Chad and Jeremy?
British duo from the '60s, not Peter and Gordon.
Oh, sure. I'm familiar with.
But Chad and Jeremy, they appeared on the Adam West Batman show a couple of times. I thought maybe
as
you would
Two-Face?
have remembered. No, as Chad and Jeremy. So I got an album called More of Chad and Jeremy. I like their stuff.
All right.
Dave Clark 5. I got a little Dave Clark 5. They're one of those bands that like a 60s band that I went for a long time like not being like, oh, that's the Dave Clark 5.
Right.
And then when I sit down and listen specifically to the Dave
Right.
Clark 5, I'm like, oh, that song. Oh, that song. Oh, that song.
That happened to me with CCR.
I love all their songs.
In my teen years.
Somebody's
Somebody's like, hey, I made some CDs of like a greatest hits of CCR. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So
You sound like a weird teenager. If you're
Shut
up. then I got a little Cher.
yeah,
A
now
little
who's
Cher.
the weirdo
I know.
teenager? No,
I
you
know.
love Cher.
I do love Cher. Yeah.
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 If you could turn
I'm more
back
of a
time,
Sonny-
you would still listen to Cher.
Thank you.
You're
I'm
welcome.
more of a Sonny and Cher fan. But I do
Oh.
like that.
Yeah.
I like that early Cher, and I got a pretty obscure one actually called Backstage, which is not on CD.
Did she ever make a record called Cher and Cher Alike?
Not. There's still time. There's still time.
Okay.
Maybe.
So you believe in
Maybe.
life after not naming your record Cher and Cher Alike?
I do.
Okay.
So those are the latest.
Okay.
So I'll let you know if I like them or not. And
He's
I'll let
talking
you know if I
vinyl,
find
though,
this-
yeah.
I am talking vinyl.
He didn't
yeah.
buy CDs. He didn't get on iTunes. He's not streaming these. So there you go.
Nope.
Yeah.
But I
Oh.
did learn today that basically all of Chad and Jeremy's back catalog is on Freegal, so you can stream it or download 3 songs a
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Eric's not a fan of Freegal. He doesn't like
I'm
free music.
Officially, I am a fan of Freegal. As an employee of the library,
Oh.
I'm a fan of Freegal.
Okay, so from 9 to 5,
From 9 to
Monday through Friday.
Yep. I'm streaming
A little
9
later
to
on Wednesday.
5.
Anyway,
way
that's
to
it for
make
the
a
first record
living.
roundup.
Record round.
All right, now I want to talk about some advance notices.
Oh.
So these are some records.
records. You fool. What are you
These-
talking about?
These are some books
Yay,
that will
books.
be coming to a library near you, preferably the David A. Howe Library.
Oh.
And here they are.
All right.
So up first,
Uh-huh.
the aptly named First Love by Miss Beverly Lewis. So Beverly Lewis, perennial favorite.
Perennial.
We have, I believe this is some of her Amish fiction.
Yeah.
So I'll give you a little bit of this title. This is coming to you in September. In the summer of 1951, that
was the best years of my life.
It's the summer of 1951.
Oh.
And Maggie Esch is in need of some hope. Sweet-spirited and uncommonly pretty despite struggling with chronic illness, she's used to being treated kindly by the young men of her old order Amish church district. Yet Maggie wishes she were more like the courting age girls so she could live a normal, healthy life.
Sure.
So we'll see. I think there's somebody out there for her. That's my guess.
For Maggie?
For Maggie.
Yeah, well, don't give her false hope.
I won't.
You don't know what her personality's like.
Okay. So this is... So you remember the film American Assassin
Yeah.
with Michael Keaton?
Well, I
and-
didn't
and
see
Dylan
it.
O'Brien.
So, like most of
Yeah.
America, no, I don't remember it.
We read the book for book club. We're going back to the old characters. So these were written originally by Vince Flynn, who has since passed on.
Oh,
And
is that true?
It is true.
Sorry,
And
Vince.
Kyle Mills has taken over the series. This is actually written by Kyle Mills, but the book cover says Vince Flynn, Red War, a Mitch Rapp novel by Kyle Mills. So the number one New York Times best-selling series returns with Mitch Rapp racing to prevent Russia's gravely ill leader from starting a full-scale war with NATO.
Yeah. Don't do that.
You never get to hear about Russia's leader lately, so it's nice to have a book where you're really gonna focus on that.
Yeah, I do prefer fantasy over sci-fi. So,
and new in large print.
That was a joke, but officially I prefer sci-fi over fantasy.
Okay, all right. So, yeah, we all know that.
Okay,
we all know that.
You did?
This is this is a cozy mystery. From Carolyn Haynes. This is book number 18 in her Sarah Booth Delaney series. The next charming mystery from Carolyn Haynes, featuring spunky Southern private investigator Sarah Booth Delaney.
All right.
Oh, this is
looking at the cover, I thought this was a Sookie Stackhouse.
Yeah, it does. It has that vibe to it.
Yeah.
This is gonna get weird, everyone. So buckle up.
All right.
Private detective Sarah Booth Delaney doesn't quite know what to expect when she's urgently called to a school board meeting for Sunflower County, Mississippi. But she certainly wasn't expecting this. 3 Wiccan sisters are in the midst of a showdown with the Board of Education.
So charmed.
They want to open a Wiccan school in Zinnia, Mississippi, and the conservative town vows to do anything necessary to stop them from opening their school.
Yeah.
Sarah Booth and her partner in the detective agency, Tinky Bella Case, are quickly enlisted to investigate the Wiccan sisters' real reasons for coming to town. Sarah Booth learns the sisters have rented a manor house and land from a reclusive local artist, Trevor Musgrove. But the case takes on a far more serious tone when Trevor Musgrove is found dead, and all evidence seems to point directly at the Witch sisters.
Nice. Yeah.
Are you
just do
this?
Rebranding then?
In for a penny, in for a pound with
if
this?
If you're a witch and you're opening up a Wiccan school and you know the town is conservative, don't just call it the Wiccan School for Witchcraft.
Did I ever say the title of the Kyle Mills one?
No.
Red.
Yes, you did.
I did. Okay.
Yeah. Just call it something else.
Yeah.
Just call it the Super Kooky School for Spooky.
So this is a Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo television. This one is called Charmed Bones, by the way. Charmed Bones, book number 18.
Well, it's got three spooky sisters, like Charmed.
Yeah.
So
yeah, coming back.
Yeah.
Was it Charmed that Wendy Corsi Staub wrote that book for? The one I sent to you. I sent it to you.
Yes, it was Charmed. It was Charmed. And I said I like Milano cookies.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it was really funny. It was a really funny private conversation.
And yet I have no cookies.
Yeah.
That I really thought that's.
Yeah, I thought you were going to bring me some Milano cookies.
But I don't know why this Sarah Booth Delaney is bone themed, but it is. Them bones, buried bones, splintered bones.
There's a dog on the cover.
Crossed bones. Oh,
it's about the dog.
Hollowed bones, bones to pick, ham bones, wish bones, greedy bones.
Jeez Louise.
Bone appetit, bones of a feather.
Yeah.
I like that one. Bone fire of the vanities, smarty bones, shorty bones.
Right.
That's not a word. That's
right.
Booty bones. Look out. Bones on the bayou. Bone to be wild. I'll give you that one.
Okay.
Guru bones. Jingle bones. Sorry, my voice cracked. Rockabye bones.
Right.
Bones and arrows. Whoo. Midnight mystery.
Look.
Midnight mysteries. Sticks and bones. Hold on.
Yeah.
Charmed bones.
Here we are.
Charmed
Charmed bones.
Charmed bones.
500 books later. Yep.
Yeah.
So.
All right, that's it for me. I want to know what's cracking on the New York Times bestseller list.
The New York Times bestsellers list.
Let me hear it.
All right. There are a few new books this week.
Really?
Yes. Not the first book, which is When Life Gives You Lululemons. Emily Charlton plans a comeback from the suburbs, which we learned last week by having my wife, on the episode that Lululemons is a fashion brand. We kept making fun of the title, like Lululemons, please.
And everybody was like, those guys are so dumb.
Yeah, we got called out.
But it turns out it was just Eric who was dumb.
Yeah, I sent you the hate mail specifically.
You did?
So, yeah, you get to see it next. Okay. All right, next up, our friend. No, I'm just kidding. He's nobody's friend. Brad Thor.
Oh.
Spy Master.
Not a fan of Brad Thor.
No, if you're a self-published author, don't let Brad Thor know. He will take you to school.
Don't tell him.
Yeah.
You best not telling him.
Yeah, but what would we know? Because this is his 18th book in the Scott Havarth series.
Yeah.
Havarth you.
Yeah.
Havarth thee.
Pretty good.
Help me.
No, you're right.
Spy Master by Brad Thor.
Great title.
All right, so we are on to a new book now. So number 7 is... So this is strange to me. This is Naomi Novak. It's Spinning Silver. And this is a sequel to... I should have remembered. Look, this is a sequel. Miriam goes to collect debt over her father and winds up on a dangerous quest. Help me out here. What was the first book?
The first book in what?
By Naomi Novak.
I don't remember.
We have it Uprooted.
Uprooted,
right. Okay. Uprooted won the Nebula. It's a young adult fantasy book. It won the Nebula Prize.
I'm not remembering this at all.
Oh, boy.
I'll look it up.
Okay. Anyways, it's just weird to me that it's on the adult hardcover fiction and not the young adult section.
This is a sequel?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's strange.
Yeah.
Yes, it definitely looks like a teen book.
Anyways, it is a young adult book. It's going to end up in the young adult book, but here it is at number 8, new this week, Naomi Novik. I still haven't read Uprooted because I'm still very far behind in reading the...
Won the Nebula in 2015.
There we go.
A couple years back.
Yeah, so I'm still reading through the Nebula Awards. Anyway, that's it.
Okay.
She had to go live with a wizard, I think, at one point. People loved it.
It's pretty good.
Look, I'm going to move on because apparently I should. So the next one is The Summer Wives.
I genuinely don't remember this in
Next
any way.
up, The Summer Wives. In 1950s, a high society schoolgirl falls for the son of a lighthouse keeper and years later tries to help him undo wrongful imprisonment. From Atlantis, this is the description.
Aquaman?
Yeah, this is Aquaman. No,
Wow.
this is Beatrice Williams. This has nothing to do with Aquaman as far as I know. So do you think a summer wife is like a summer cabin?
Yeah,
Like
maybe.
you only visit it during the warm seasons and you have to go to like Montana?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you go back to your winter wife in Florida.
Winter wife. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. That's one way to keep a marriage alive.
So casual about polygamy over there.
Me?
Yeah.
Me?
You're just kind of like, yeah, whatever.
I was just wondering.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to know.
Well, knowledge is
Power.
worth seeking.
Yeah, that's true. The next book is The Perfect Couple by Ellen Hildebrand.
Mm-hmm.
A body is found in the Nantucket Harbor hours before a picture-perfect wedding. We assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
No, you should. If it had happened, the wedding would. What if everything about the wedding was falling apart, and now the couple is like breathing a sigh of relief because this body happened, and like, oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
That wedding would have been absolutely atrocious.
Yeah.
It would have just fallen apart.
I hear you.
Yeah. So The Perfect Couple, we're told.
Yeah.
Next up, Emily Giffin. All We Ever Wanted.
All we ever wanted.
You read this yet?
No, I haven't read
A scandal sends members of 2 Nashville families into chaos.
it. Okay.
So, I invented country. No, I invented country.
That's a perfect couple.
Thank you. No, that's all we ever
No,
wanted.
I'm saying.
Oh,
they
those
sound
two.
Like the
They
perfect
sound like
couple.
all right. Next up is Stephen King, The Outsider, which is a novel.
Yes.
It makes sure you know on the cover that it's a novel.
Yeah. You know what? I
What?
almost mentioned this in advance notices, but I couldn't find any information on it.
Okay.
They're releasing a special 20th anniversary version of Bag of Bones, which I love Bag of Bones.
Uh-huh.
But I was trying to figure out like what makes it a special anniversary edition, and it seems like
Nothing.
nothing.
Shoot.
So I don't know. I couldn't find it. Like the cover's the same. So I guess we'll see.
We sure will.
Yep.
But not now because we're on to Clock Dance by Ann Tyler. Ann Tyler, tell me who she is.
Yes, Ann Tyler. Well, she's a very popular author. We've done
Okay.
a couple of her books for book club. We did The Beginner's Goodbye really early on, and then we did Patchwork Planet.
Oh, yes.
She's just
There we
one
go.
of- yeah,
Patchwork
she's just
Planet.
one of
Okay.
those-
Ann Tyler, Clock Dance, a window into a window
Makes more
into
sense.
Willa Drake's life over 50 years and how she adjusts to some of life's surprises. I'm sorry I could not read that sentence for the life of me. My brain was doing a real clock dance.
Well, I wish I could tell you more about this, but I can tell you that I have it in a box from Barnes & Noble at my house because it is their book club pick.
Oh.
So the first one they
you.
did was the Feminist Persuasion.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? By Meg Wolitzer. And then the second one, Clock Dance by Ann Tyler. So I've got it. I just have a stack of other things I got to burn through first.
Do you
So
think
it's coming up?
Clock Dance is anything like the Bat Dance by Prince?
Yeah, probably. It's just probably a lot of like tick, tick.
People dancing like clocks.
Yeah, they're dancing like
Dressed as clocks.
Yeah, you got like a second hand going around.
Yeah. Do you think like there are kids in the background dressed as pocket watches because they're so small?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you want to do any kind of version of a clock dance?
A clock dance?
Do you have anything?
I think it would be like a really trippy version, probably with Madonna, and she's doing a take on Rock Around the Clock.
Okay.
But it's extremely sexual.
Whoa.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess that's hung up, but that's about a phone. But she says tick, tick, tick on the clock, right? Oh, no, she goes ring, ring, ring on the telephone.
Well.
Listen, I don't know if I'm talking about Madonna or Lady Gaga anymore.
I'm not sure what you are either.
So, but anyways, the next, hey, have you heard the song Havana?
I don't think
Where
so.
they're like, Havana, ooh, na, na.
Doesn't sound
All right.
familiar.
Yeah, it's not Lady Gaga,
Okay.
but it should be.
Oh.
Danielle Steele, The Good Fight, is at number 2.
Yeah, man. Boy, I'll tell you what.
Go ahead.
We had our
Tell me.
kickoff. We had our kickoff of the book sale this past weekend, and the book
Lot
sale
of
will
Danielle
continue
Steele.
for the next couple of weeks. Everyone.
Uh-huh.
And yes, Danielle Steele.
Everybody,
Multiple.
yeah.
I worked a 3-hour shift,
Uh-huh.
and in that time, there was at least 3 people who came up with a stack of Danielle Steele books.
Right. Yeah, you got to get it. Well, you can. Danielle Steele, The Good Fight. Meredith
love
Mackenzie
her.
embraces and excuses the values of her family of lawyers during the tumultuous 1960s. So there you go.
Did you say tumultuous? Do you mean tumultuous? Tumultuous?
You know what I meant. Everybody does.
Okay.
I don't have to tell you which one of those I meant.
Okay.
Because you know.
You're right.
Listen, number one is no surprise to anybody except for maybe Danielle Steele. But even she had to see the writing on the wall with Bill Clinton and James Patterson's
Really?
The President is Missing.
Wow.
Still at number one.
How many weeks?
It has been number one for 6 weeks.
That's a pretty good stretch.
Yeah. Do you think when it's down at number 2, we can say the Vice President is missing?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It goes through all the cabinet. The Secretary of Labor is missing.
Great. Oh, no.
Yeah. I don't think we have a Secretary of Labor.
Really?
No, we probably do.
Okay.
Dropping on the fly is hard to keep track of. Are you ready?
Oh, for what?
Well,
we're not talking about the President missing anymore?
Do you want to talk about it? Yeah.
Did you read it?
No, I haven't read it.
Okay. Well, 6
it's
weeks,
hard.
everybody
I
has.
picked it up, and it just seems so dumb. You know, it just seems...
Well, I mean, it is
so
Bill
dumb,
Clinton and James Patterson.
But I don't know. I mean, I don't mean to, disparage it, because obviously it's having an impact, and people are reading. And as we always say, we want people to read.
We do want people to read.
So... You know, if this is
we
an
do have to say
book,
that a lot
great.
when it comes back to James Patterson.
Well,
whenever it's James Patterson, we have to be like, "Well, I'm glad you're reading."
I guess I feel like that I can make fun of James Patterson because I like James Patterson a little. You know, I like the Alex Cross, and I don't think I'll read the next NYPD Red, but I've kind of liked those. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where you have to, you were picking up like a fluffy beach.
You don't know, man. Maybe The President Missing is very political.
It's possible.
Maybe it's the most.
It's possible.
Has the most depth.
I recognize that I will have to read it.
Yeah.
And ever since you told me that Dennis Quaid reads the audiobook.
Yeah.
Now I just have to wait for the audiobook.
President Jonathan Duncan takes on adversaries at home and abroad.
Yep.
But he'd rather just deal with abroad. That's because of the Bill Clinton
joke?
Yeah,
I liked it.
Yeah, sorry.
That was good.
I'm glad. I guess it's nice that Bill Clinton is now writing.
Yeah.
So now we can go back to making Bill Clinton jokes.
Yeah.
Because they were easy jokes.
True.
So.
Absolutely true.
Yeah. All right. Next.
One of these days.
Oh, next.
Well,
we got to.
Yeah, I think, we had a little bit of a earlier. I don't know if you and I were on the same page about Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. And I feel like maybe we need an impartial third. Just to kind of
impartial third,
just
unbiased.
kind of go weigh in. We need a tiebreaker,
right?
Because you have your feelings, I have my feelings.
Yeah.
Who do you think we should call?
Nick.
No.
Nora.
I don't think so.
The Infinite Playlist is a abstract
it's
concept, so we can't call that.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
What if you want to just
call Rachel Cohn?
Just give Rachel Cohn a call.
All right. Let me get on the phone. Boop, boop, boop,
okay.
Boop, boop, boop. All right. So that was the. So explain.
Yes. So now, for those of you watching on Twitch, the real interview that Eric did, which is absolutely real. That's not a bit.
We didn't lie.
Yeah. You can find that at soundcloud.com/allthebooks. It'll be episode 153. Woo! About, what are we running? Like 40 minutes in? Is that where we're at?
Oh, where we are now?
Yeah.
Yes.
About 40 minutes in.
Woo!
So you can hear the full interview, and it's actually very good. Eric asked a series of questions, 5 questions. Rachel's answers were really thoughtful, and I just thought the whole thing went really well.
Yeah.
She was kind and good to talk to.
She was kind and good.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
I mean, she just,
No, I know.
She was very warm and answered the questions and took it, very seriously.
Yeah.
And I appreciated it.
Okay.
So you can listen to that whole thing right there.
Woo.
We thought we would just talk about something else so that you don't have to just watch us sit here and listen to.
Yeah, and we just nod. So, good question. Good answer.
We both saw a lot of trailers due to Comic-Con.
Comic-Con stuff.
So we thought it would be good to talk about some of those a
Yeah.
little bit.
So that's what we're doing. We're talking about Comic-Con trailers. So
and we actually haven't talked to each other about this. So I'm very curious to find out.
Yeah.
Do you want to just go? Do you want to just go Aquaman first?
Are we just starting with? Yes, I do, because it's the biggest poster, and I don't have to resize it on the stream.
Okay.
So
let's.
I would like
right
to talk about that.
Aquaman.
We're talking about Aquaman now.
So this is directed by James Wan, who directed what? The Conjuring?
The Conjuring, Saw,
Ooh,
and
okay.
Fast and Furious 7.
Oh.
Which I didn't see.
I didn't see it.
I don't like the series.
Everybody else did, apparently.
Woo!
Yep.
Was that an insult?
I don't know. So what did you think?
Down.
What did you think?
Of the Aquaman trailer?
It's very bro-y.
The Aquaman trailer got better as it went along.
Okay.
By the last montage scene, I'm like, oh, okay, so it's going to be cool.
Yeah.
But the first part of it, I'm like, this is very paint by numbers.
Yeah.
And then they show like a huge battle full of sharks and other sea creatures. I'm like, all right, now I'm in.
Yeah. Okay. So you're on board.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So in the car, when we were talking about this, I said that I felt like, to me, I could see some of the things.
His wahoo at the end sounds a lot like Maui.
Interesting.
He's like, wahoo!
Yeah.
Anyway.
He's got a Maui vibe. When they get around to remaking that in live action, Dwayne Johnson probably will have aged out by that point. So Momoa can step in.
Yeah.
I guess I thought I could see it
Momoa,
being,
more problems.
Yeah.
Momoa problems.
I could see it being kind of sloppy in the same way that Justice League was.
Mm-hmm. I think the director is probably better.
Than half Zack Snyder, half Joss Whedon.
Yeah, I think he's somebody who, like, I don't watch his scary movies, but people who do like them.
Okay.
Like The Conjuring was well received.
Yeah.
Saw, the first one, was well received. People liked Fast and Furious 7. So I have faith that, like, we're going, like, what he wants to do is what is going to happen. Even the trailer, when it shows Atlantis, I was like, oh, that's much better than in Justice League.
Yeah.
I think this is a movie that probably, like Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I don't know if you remember. Rise of the Planet of the Apes looked really bad in trailers. The trailers made it look very cheesy.
Yes. Yeah.
It made it look like it was going to be a B movie at best. Yeah. One that maybe you defended to friends, and then you saw it and you're like, oh, this was so good.
Yeah. I remember very clearly, I forced my brother and sister, Steve and Christy, past guests, and Hillary, my wife, to go see this. They were like, no, I don't want to see it. And we saw it and loved it. And even I was surprised at, like, what a real movie it was.
Right.
So you're saying, like, the same kind of thing is going to happen here?
Yeah, well, I don't know at all because it's a DC movie.
Right.
But I hope that maybe the trailer is just trying to fit every single thing in. Mm-hmm. And, like, when it's cohesive, it will look better. Okay. Even, I mean, he's bro-y.
Yeah.
He's very much a dude bro in the trailers, but he was also that way in the Justice League trailers, and I enjoyed him in the movie. Mm-hmm. So I think you need to see that, like, that bro nature of his in the context of the movies. I think it will fit better.
I mean, I got to say, when I was not...
Plus,
I ended up...
Black Manta looks just like Black Manta. I mean,
cool. I know.
It looks very... There were times when I was watching, I'm like, oh, this looks like a cartoon.
Yeah.
And maybe that will be good.
Yeah.
I don't know. It definitely felt more like, I don't know, the Justice League cartoon than the other stuff.
Well, I didn't expect to like Jason Momoa's Aquaman in Justice League. Like, I thought it was going to be really bad. And not that it's great, but I ended up liking him in the role a lot more than I expected to.
Right.
So...
Okay.
I mean, I'm excited about it. I want it to be good. The trailer didn't lock it in for me. I didn't see that and think like, oh yeah, this is exactly right.
Right.
But I do think at the very least, it looks like it'll be fun.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Yep. Where would you like to go now?
It
just occurred to me, are our YouTube followers watching us here too? They're going to see this part of it?
Yes. Hi, YouTubers.
Hey, YouTubers. What's up?
So, also, YouTubers then go and listen to the Rachel Cohn.
They heard the rest.
Yeah, they heard it. They don't need me to tell them.
Boy, Past Eric is interviewing the crap out of Rachel Cohn right now.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, who do you think you are?
No, it was a positive, very positive interview.
Yeah.
Very positive interview.
Okay, so I am excited for Aquaman.
Great. I am too.
Okay.
Where would you like to go next?
All the other posters are the same size.
Okay. Well, let's get Fantastic Beasts out of the way.
Oh, thank goodness. Then I don't have to talk about it in the future.
Crimes of Grindelwald?
Crimes of Grindelwald.
So I actually did not set out to watch the Fantastic Beasts trailer because my wife and our friend Sally, past guest, Queen of Halloween, Sally Murphy, watched Fantastic Beasts and
where to find them.
Hated it. Yeah. I mean, hated it.
Yeah.
All like 6 hours of it. We just hated. And this one I thought like, well, okay, what did you think? Because you are not in. You don't really like Harry Potter. You did not see Fantastic Beasts.
I didn't.
So going in blind, what did you think?
Oh, I think it sure looks like Harry Potter fans will be happy.
You think so?
I guess is how it looks to me. It looks like, I mean, Harry Potter fans, I could make some enemies. I don't. It's not good for me to, this isn't the main podcast.
Yeah.
Harry Potter fans will just take whatever.
I'm still here. I don't know if I want to listen to it.
Will take whatever is drip fed to them and say, thank you very much. That was delicious. Like that they...
well, I mean, there was quite a lot of a kerfuffle over the cursed child, like the way that went.
Yeah,
and I think Fantastic Beasts does have a little bit of division, though.
Yeah,
usually if J.K. Rowling's involved, the Harry Potter crowd will be like, "Yeah, I'm all in."
Well, maybe I just shouldn't talk about this because there's also the Johnny Depp element and all that. So I think it looks like people will like it. It'll make lots of money, and I'll probably have to watch it because I still have to watch Harry Potter 6, 7, and 7.
You said that like Voldemort from 1 and 3. You're like, Harry Potter 6. Harry Potter. Anyway.
Yeah. So I'm not the person to talk to about this. It looks... There are times when I look at it and I'm like, oh, that does look like something I might like. And then...
It sold me a little, honestly. It did, because it seemed like they fixed some of the... Well, who knows, because you can do anything with the trailer. But it seemed like they fixed some of the weird tonal issues from the first one, which was like... Sometimes it was like a weird 90s cartoon. And other times it was like... darker
Schindler's List,
complete darkness. Yeah. So hopefully they found that.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, if you just look, if you only look at the what's on the screen.
Okay.
I mean, I like Johnny Depp as an actor. I think that he looks good in that role. I love Jude Law. I think Jude Law is very good. And as a young Dumbledore, I think that's interesting casting. Because
you're saying as a young Dumbledore, you find that interesting casting? Where's the comma? Okay.
Thank you for asking. And I mean the Hogwarts stuff. I mean, I love the Harry Potter books. You know, the movies are fine. You know, but it was kind of like I did feel a little like tug of nostalgia at that part. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I don't know, honestly. The trailer, like I said, I was not intending to watch this trailer. It just was like an ad. And I just ended up watching it and was kind of like, okay. You know, maybe I'll check this out.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. I don't think I have an unbiased way. I don't have an unbiased, but I also don't care enough.
You have a weird chip on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Like Harry Potter bullied you as a teenager.
No, it was the opposite.
You bullied Harry Potter as a teenager.
Yeah, I guess. Huh.
Okay.
I'm the bully.
Little honesty.
I am the other guy, the Voldemort. Anyone. So, all right, now what are we talking about?
Where would you like to go?
All right, we can't talk about it long, so let's just talk about Glass. And we can't talk about Glass because it's slightly spoilerific.
Okay.
But
Do you want me to plug my ears so you can say what you want to say?
No, I'm not going to talk about the other thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying I'm very excited to see Glass. Looks great.
M. Night Shyamalan's
Glass. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm surprised by how much I'm looking forward to it. I wasn't even going to watch the trailer because I didn't think I was going to be that excited. And then I watched it, and I'm like, oh, I am excited. So, and then, the trailer looked very cool. So, it's one of the trailers I watched. I was like, yeah.
Okay.
All right. So,
Shazam.
Oh, we're on to Shazam.
Yeah.
Yeah, you say that, and the poster transforms to too big of a size for this. No, it's fine. I'll just move it around on stream. This is how the sausage gets made.
Shazam.
Yeah.
This movie, to me, it's like a joke that they're making Shazam. You know what I mean? I'm like, they're making a Shazam movie. And I mean, I like Shazam. I like Captain Marvel. It's so weird coming off of like what we have to watch this trailer with Zachary Levi being all like goofy, and I mean, it's weird, right? Don't you think it's weird?
Yes and no, I guess.
I guess I wish that it was just its own thing entirely and wasn't connected to these like DC crap at all. It was just its own thing. I think I'd be more interested.
Yeah, it's interesting because this Shazam is obviously taking his cue on how to be a superhero from the existing superheroes, which makes me scared for the citizens of this universe.
Seriously.
He's like, I want to be like my versions of Superman. It's like, oh, geez, no Shazam.
Yeah.
But I thought...
So with a mustache or without a mustache? Is he going to be?
You think Zachary Levi's going to have the mustache?
With the mustache.
But I liked it. I liked the trailer.
Yeah, I did too.
I thought it looked fun. I thought... I think part of me was thinking they were just going to go like the Big route, and I think there's a little bit of Big in this movie.
Yeah. Big, the Tom Hanks.
Yeah, Big, the Tom Hanks movie.
It's very creepy movie.
I don't know if I buy Zachary... Levi
I
as
don't
this
like
role.
That casting at all.
I guess I imagined him as more like a square jawed, but to be fair, that's the pinnacle of superhero back in like the 50s and 60s, like that big square jawed man's man. And so like Zachary Levi doesn't look totally different from Henry Cavill.
No, I guess I just like with Zachary Levi's type, it seems like you cut out a lot of the humor. Yeah. You know, what
I think the difference.
What if it was like John Hamm,
right,
instead of Zachary Levi,
right?
Somebody who's you're expecting to play straight and then it's funny,
right?
Whereas Zachary Levi, it's almost impossible to.
Well, I think
take him seriously.
Reason why you get Zach Levi is because there's two ways you do Shazam. You either have Shazam and Billy Batson be a character and Shazam be a character, or you have Billy Batson in Shazam's body.
Yeah,
and they're going the Billy Batson is in full control. He just looks different. And I think Zachary Levi probably can play the kid in a grown-up superhero body better than maybe someone more. Though, I mean, John Hamm's hilarious when he wants to be funny.
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily John Hamm, but I just think, like, I get what you're saying, and I think you're right that's what they're going for. But I guess it just seems like too easy. Like, I would much rather see somebody in that role, like playing off type, somebody who is like, you know, a big, handsome, strong leading man, being asked to kind of goof it up like a teenager, rather than Zachary Levi just kind of like doing his thing. I mean, he's, you know, just doing his thing. I don't find that particularly interesting. I find it very lazy casting.
Well, I'm if DC wants to go the Wonder Woman 1986,
84.
Shazam 84, Shazam Aquaman route instead of the Batman v Superman Suicide Squad route,
no question.
I'm completely fine with them doing that. It seems
question.
I think they announced this like Worlds of DC. I don't know. I was watching Shazam and I was watching Aquaman. I'm like, wow. These movies are making a very strong case for non-connected films. Yeah. Like,
I wish that's what they do. I wish they'd just be like, you know, we can't do it.
It's almost like
forget it.
We had to get through Justice League in order to get to like more interesting movies. Like Wonder Woman is not connected. If I was in charge of the editing, I would have taken just the two end caps out. The beginning and end of Wonder Woman. Just the frame story. It just had to be the Wonder Woman story, and it would, you know.
Those are so stupid. They didn't.
Yeah, and they don't really totally connect. You don't have to care about those. So, like, Wonder Woman's great. I think Aquaman. I was watching the Aquaman trailer and like, oh, why doesn't he call the Justice League? I'm like, no, actually, never mind. You don't need to call the Justice League.
Put the phone down, big guy.
Yeah. And the same thing with Shazam. Like, they could still do Shazam and not even have Superman in that world, just like comic books or something. But I'm looking forward to the future of the DC movies more with the trailers I've seen today.
Yeah.
Not so much the DC trailer that is based on what looks like the Snyderverse. Should we talk about the Titans?
I guess.
Since we're on a DC kick before we get to the other movie.
Yeah. So what is it called? DC Universe? What's the app
DC
called?
Universe, yeah. So
New
DC
app.
is getting an app called do you want to talk about it? Because
I don't.
I feel bad though, because we were talking about Marvel Unlimited, and you were like, and I was complaining that I didn't have a DC app like that to read some Batman comics from the 70s. And then like a week after we talked about that on the cast, they announced DC Universe, and it sounded so exciting. Like, we're going to have original movies, original shows. We're going to have all the DC comics up there.
It said that. DC said
Every single DC comic ever made was going to be on that app. And then they came out and said, well, not all our movies.
Yeah.
Not the CW shows. Right. Not all the comics. It's going to be a rotating library of comic books.
Yeah.
And then they showed the trailer for Titans. And it somebody described it as a bad TV pilot meets fan film meets the Snyder cut of Justice League.
I've seen better fan films.
Yeah. It looked real bad.
It was so comically dark. Like if you told me that SNL did something where they were like, let's take these really bright superheroes and do it in the style of Justice League, I don't think they would have to change anything, because I thought it was funny as it was, because it was so dark.
Yeah. You and I have a different perspective on this. So I'll just say, for me, as somebody who really only cares about Robin in a Batman context, when you're then start just dissing Batman, I'm like, okay, I don't need this then. And I'll just enjoy Robin's stories relating to Batman.
Have they? No, it is Dick Grayson. That's the thing. So Dick Grayson is one of my all-time favorite characters. And he's not been handled well in a very long time. But I guess if you want to have that kind of Robin, there are those kinds of Robins.
Yeah.
Make it Jason Todd.
Yeah.
Make it Damian. Why do you have to take Dick Grayson and make him like a super dark character?
Yeah.
When you look at something like, what is it? Infinite Crisis. Where like the goodness of Dick Grayson is like a central theme.
Yeah.
Like a universe shaping kind of a theme.
Yeah.
I just don't.
No.
You don't need. You have dark characters. You don't need to make light characters dark. And the same goes for Green Arrow.
Yeah.
You know.
Listen, if you're a fan of like the Snyder version of the DC universe,
who
like
are you?
Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and Justice League, whatever Snyder did, I feel like DC has heard your wordless cause.
Yeah.
And this seems like, oh, you like that?
Yeah.
Check this out.
Yeah.
It looks like not even just Zack Snyder's, but Zack Snyder's Watchmen.
Right.
Like, this is the Titans that would exist in that movie.
Yeah.
And it's just not, I have no interest in it. And I'm sure there are plenty of people who will be happy.
Are you?
What?
Who do you think that would be?
The people who
don't you think that's
your brother?
Don't you think that's the vast minority, though?
Yeah. But maybe they figure, like, the vast minority is easier to market to for the DC app.
Well,
because if it's not, Marvel's covering a lot of.
We've seen proof that strategy works in other big things.
If you like happier superheroes, Marvel has you covered there.
Yeah.
And if you like smarter superheroes, I feel like maybe the X-Men series in general has you covered. So if you like the darker, maybe not, smarter, but like darker and at least self-serious, then DC. If they did look, we got like something that looked like Shazam on the DC app. I don't know if that would get Joe Schmo to do it, but I think Titans might get the people yelling Snyder Cut to get it.
Even this image is awful.
Right.
Like, I don't know. It's just like so 90s and weird. I don't understand. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Listen, you have a character say F Batman.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, see ya.
Yeah.
I'm going to go watch Batman.
Yeah.
So don't insult Batman on my watch, especially in this like very mood. I mean, it's the teenager thing. All right, what is left? We talked
Godzilla.
Did you watch the trailer?
I did.
Nice. I was about to be like, I told you to, but you did.
Yeah.
So you haven't seen 2014's Godzilla.
I have, nor have I seen Matthew Broderick, nor have I seen any Godzilla ever.
What? Really?
I've seen Rodan.
You haven't seen the original Japanese Godzilla?
No. I've seen Rodan.
I thought you told me you watched the original Godzilla and that is still held up. Just black and white, nuclear scare.
I don't know. I guess maybe.
All right. Well, I'm pretty sure you watched that version. You never watched the Matthew Broderick Godzilla?
No.
Oh, all right.
But I got to say.
You'd like it.
I liked this trailer.
Okay, yeah.
I like that they're going like a more like hard sci-fi approach. I like that. I like the world building.
Mm-hmm.
I like the whole thing.
The first Godzilla.
Good cast.
Well, the first.
Little girl from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Kyle Chandler from
Yeah.
Early Edition.
Okay.
Friday Night Lights.
All
there
right.
You go.
I didn't like Godzilla 2014 because the trailers made it look great. Visually, it was awesome.
Yeah.
But Godzilla would
I don't even remember this movie.
Godzilla would show up on screen in 2014, and he would be about to do something cool, and the camera would then cut to people watching that coolness on a tiny TV.
Violent? Are people getting like smashed?
No, it's not. I mean, there is a disregard to tiny people.
Okay.
Tiny people compared to Godzilla.
Look out, tiny
but
people.
it's trying to treat Godzilla as like a natural disaster, the 2014 one.
Okay.
And showing people's reaction, is showing the aftermath. He's there, and there's cool moments, but it felt very much like 30% of this movie is actually Godzilla, and 70% is Aaron Taylor Johnson making funny faces into the camera.
How does it stack up with Cloverfield?
Cloverfield is probably a better movie than the original Godzilla, than the 2014 Godzilla.
Okay.
But this one looked like, even if it is just visual, like I still... Visually, the first 2014s was impressive, but this one looks very impressive. As long as they maybe they learn their lessons. Like, oh, people just want more Godzilla.
Yeah.
If Kong Skull Island was like the 2014 Godzilla, you would only ever see like King Kong's feet. You'd see people like looking up, and you'd get flashes of Kong fighting monsters.
Okay.
So I'm hoping they learn lessons from Kong and make Godzilla. But this one looked very cool. This trailer reminded me of when I saw the trailer for Mad Max Fury Road, where it's just like, whoa, they are going off the walls with this. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I am too. When does it come out?
Next year.
Oh, okay, so it's a while.
And this is technically the third movie of them leading to their Godzilla versus King Kong.
So this is with Kong Skull Island.
Yes and no. The first Godzilla happened, the 2014 Godzilla happened, and they said we want to do a Kong versus Godzilla movie, and then they did Kong Skull Island, but like it wasn't until the end credits that they were like they had that little end credit stinger in Kong Skull Island, like look, it's the same universe, but they're doing it in a way where if it doesn't happen, Godzilla can stay separate and Kong can stay separate, and neither one needs to be connected to the other one to work. So I think this is still going to stay very much, it's a Godzilla sequel.
Okay.
And then they'll eventually lead to it.
Interesting.
So,
okay.
but they have Godzilla versus Kong scheduled. So
that's cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
All right. So was that it for the trailers?
That's it for the trailers.
Okay.
Yeah. So now we pretend that we're going back to the interview.
Yes.
All right.
And so, folks, one more time. Eric interviewed Rachel Cohn, author of Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. It was pre-recorded. Yeah. It's available on soundcloud.com/allthebooks or anywhere where you get podcasts. Just subscribe to All the Book Show. Episode 153.
Should be up in like 90 minutes once I edit it.
Starts about 40 minutes in. You can hear the whole interview and it'll just fold right into the episode. But you on Twitch or YouTube got this little extra little bit. So you're welcome.
Yeah. So, all right. So the interview just ended. There we go. That was great.
It was.
That was fun.
I first of all, nicely done.
Thank you.
You were very smooth.
Thank you.
Well, our thanks to Rachel Cohn, and I also want to point out something that we didn't get to. She has a more recent collaboration with David Levithan, which came out earlier this year. Sam and Ilsa's Last Hurrah.
Right.
So that came out in April of 2018. Do we have this in the collection? I know it's in the greater collection. I don't think we have it right here.
We're getting it right now.
So if you're a fan of Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist or any of her other works, I would encourage you to check out Sam and Ilsa's Last Hurrah, which is another collaboration with David Levithan.
Yeah.
Should we talk library news?
Library news.
Let's do it.
What's going on at this library?
It's a summer reading program, and if you've been seeing the pictures on Facebook, the yoga on the lawn. Last time it was on the lawn. We've done it down in the auditorium a few times. That's doing gangbusters. People are really liking that. So you have a few more times to sign up for that. Tuesdays on the Terrace continues. We have a different restaurant here every Tuesday. On the 24th, it's going to be Three Bums out of Angelica.
Stop. Guess what? I never unpaused the thing, so we got to record all of that again. Sorry, everybody. We're going. That was great.
It was. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you to our guest, Rachel Cohn. This is the first time I didn't get to talk to the author.
That's true. It's the first interview
you
I
gave
did.
me a little shout out, though, so I appreciate it. And actually, we did a lot of email correspondence.
You were in the room.
I was in the room when it happened. So fans of Rachel Cohn and David Levithan, of course, they have a couple other collaborations that they have together, which we have most of the older ones here. The most recent one, Sam and Ilsa's Last Hurrah, just came out this year, April of 2018. So encourage you to check that out if you're a fan. And, of course, Gingerbread, probably her well-known or most well-known solo.
Yeah, like I said, it was on Rolling Stone's Top YA 40.
So we have quite a few of Rachel Cohn's book here. We can get any and all for you from the STLS system. So let's roll into library news.
All right.
How does that sound to you?
Okay.
You like that?
Yeah.
All right.
I love it.
Our yoga classes continue. You can check out the Facebook post about the one that just happened on the lawn. It looks great. It looks like a staged, like, clip art photo. It looks. It's really cool to see that all happening out on the front lawn.
Right.
Movies are continuing. We got our kids' movie every Wednesday.
Right.
We've got our concert series, Music on the Lawn, every Thursday night, 7 o'clock. And we have our Tuesdays on the Terrace, where we have a different lunch option every Tuesday.
Yeah.
The 24th, we have Three Bums out of Angelica. And the 31st, we have the Wellsville Country Club. And our big event, our closing event of the summer reading program is going to be a visit from Wendy Corsi-Staub herself. She's going to be here at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock on Thursday, August 2nd. She'll be signing new copies of her book, Little Girl Lost. We'll have the bookworm out of East Aurora here to sell books, so you can bring your own or you can purchase things here. We'll have a variety of options for you. And we'll ask her some questions for the podcast, so if you're not able to make it, you'll still be able to hear a little bit of that. We have the Bubble Man rescheduled for Thursday, August 9th.
I am the Bubble Man.
Come back for that. What's new in the teen children's world?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, like What's New Pussycat?
What's New Pussycat?
Yeah, I was going for a thing like that.
Tom Jones, What's New Pussycat?
All right, what's going on? What's new? Arcade Tuesdays, where we have a giant arcade upstairs in the Teen Loft, is every Tuesday at 1 p.m. until 3 p.m.
We did tours of the library, and
that's
the Teen Loft was everybody was excited about
that. Teen Loft, I guess you could say, is my Holland's Opus.
Yes.
My Mr. Holland's Opus.
Mr. Holland's Opus.
Wednesdays,
which we showed at 2 o'clock on July 24th.
Wednesdays, we have our Teen Anime Club at 5:30. Thursday, we got our craft. This week's craft, tie-dye shirts.
It's exciting.
I've tie-dyed a shirt, but I've never been the one facilitating tie-dyeing a shirt. So I'm not even sure I have tie-dyed a shirt now that I've said it out loud.
I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So Nick will be running that program.
Hey.
And then Friday, our movie is Rampage, starring The Rock. Well, Dwayne Johnson, as he wants to be called.
The Rock Johnson.
So, So that's what's going on right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Good
next
stuff.
week we have another special guest.
That's right.
I sat down and interviewed Tess Gerritsen, author of the Rizzoli and Isles series, and Playing with Fire, which is it's a page-turner book club pick.
And a Rolling Stone song.
Is it? Oh, Playing with Fire?
Yeah.
Okay. The book club for that is going to be 3:30 on August 1st, so you can come and talk about the book. It's a quick read. I read it in one setting, as you'll hear us discuss next week. So grab a copy of that. Come join us at 3:30 on August 1st. And next week in episode 154, we're going to interview Miss Tess Gerritsen. Tune in. We'll see you then.
Okay. Oh, was that it? Are you ending it here?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I always do this. Go ahead.
You have another thing to say?
No, go ahead and end it for real now. Sorry, everybody. Nick's really ending it.
This is going to be
This is it.
All right. Thanks for tuning in. Our special guest, our thanks to Rachel Cohn. And next week we'll be talking to Tess Gerritsen.
Was that it?
Goodbye.
Okay. All right. And then say goodbye to our Twitch people.
That's right.
Our Twitchers. You always, don't forget
folks.
them.
Thanks for tuning in on Twitch and on YouTube. Thanks for listening us talk about trailers. You can find all those trailers online. You can just YouTube it, and we can put some clips up.
All those trailers available at the library.
You with us. We always like to chat with our Twitch followers, so say hello.
All right.
All right.
Is that it? All right. So bye for real to you.
Goodbye.